corporate social responsibility. What does it mean to an organization today?
These values are always grow from the owner, especially as we speak about small business.
There's McDonald's. They have huge profits in selling food that is not great for your health. In terms of social responsibility, the first thing they need to do is to have projects that will compensate that.
This is not like greenwashing.
Greenwashing. What is greenwashing?
If you do something bad, you have to do something good just to...
Washing with green, the damage you do.
Okay. Yeah, there's good things based on the choice of the company to do something extra, not because they do something bad before.
How can they integrate corporate social responsibility into the brand's or mission or values?
It always should be connected with the values of the company. It's not because we done something bad before and wanted to cover it. It was something from our heart we wanted to give because we have.
How do you prepare something for a client which you've never met, you don't know exactly what's happening inside? Is there like a process?
It's very connected with the process of creating the value proposition.
What do people need? Is it the added value through the company's product or the added value for social responsibility specifically?
It's always connected. It should be connected. And target audience. If our target audience are mothers, it would be strange if we will communicate with the men. It's not the way to say sorry. It's the way to say, yes, we are sorry, but we also want to do something good. So
it sounded a bit like greenwashing.
Kind things is the only marketing we have to do. And to communicate about these good things is the best strategy.
So you are against things like rage bite or influencers that get famous because they say bad things? That's a strategy that doesn't work long term for you.
It's not my way. I know that it works, it helps to grow the community, but let's speak about the quality of this community.
How does normally a social responsibility project is measured, or the return of it?
To understand the trust rate in the beginning of the campaign and then in the end of the campaign.
In order to complete, right?
And when trust grows, the reputation of the brand grows. Corporate social responsibility or just good things we do together is a glue for the team. It can help your company survive in crisis.
Ultimately, when corporations or companies are investing in these initiatives, they are creating trust in the brand. Still, imagine I'm in the supermarket. I have a Coca-Cola in my hand and a Pepsi, and I can only buy one. I'm very poor. I can only buy one. But I want to buy the one that is more social responsible. From now on, I want to attend that in my consumer decisions. How can I find the answers or see kind of reputation the brand has when it comes to social responsibility?
But when you do it in business, when you speak loud about good things, you create new good things. It's like a virus. And also your customers will see it, they will know it.
For any kind of company, what should be the corporate social responsibility priorities for, let's say, the next 3 to 5 years? Ievgeniia, thank you very much for accepting this challenge of being here today with us in one more episode. How are you feeling today?
I feel excited and scared. And thank you, João, for inviting me.
There's no need to be scared. I hope so. I hope it's not the poster that I chose to have it here on this episode. So, there's a different poster in videos. So without any kind of message, it's Scarface, but it's not intentional. What is intentional is the topic that I wanted to cover today, because it's something that throughout my career, I've never found so many people that do exactly what you're doing. So in terms of your profile, just for a brief presentation, you present yourself that a person that is working in media, education, coaching, but you also have built marketing agencies. And within those marketing agencies, you work in projects in the area of corporate social responsibility, which I would like to learn more today. Is this an accurate summary of your profile and career path so far, Ievgeniia?
I can tell a little bit more. In Ukraine, I grow the business Content UA. It's already 10 years as we help companies such as Cisco, Lenovo, OLX to grow their businesses in digital marketing mostly. And here in Portugal, we create 3 directions: media, marketing, and education, where media is pro-business media. We just released the website a few days ago. And marketing is Content UA, but also another agency, Toucan agency, where we say Toucan do more. And Toucan means that together we can do this world better.
You can, right?
We can, yes. Okay. We also do like that. And education is necessary especially for small entrepreneurs. I always glad to share knowledge about marketing, about business growing. And I work as a mentor in Ukraine and also here in Portugal. I help small businesses to grow and help small entrepreneurs to understand how they can grow their businesses by their own. And also I help with some specific things in marketing that these people can do. So education also includes mentoring, coaching, and also we just opened the School of Sciences in Cascais, which is part of education direction. But today we will speak about corporate social responsibility. Mm-hmm. And this School of Sciences, is the platform where we can do good things together.
Okay, interesting. So if anyone listening to this video is interested in exploring any of these topics, like always, I've left all the contacts and links for Ievgeniia in the video description. So feel free to connect and reach out and see where the conversation takes. Okay. But specifically on corporate social responsibility, what does it mean to an organization today?
Maybe my personal story will matter in this case. Yeah. From childhood, I wanted to do something important for the world. I wanted either to teach, either to heal. I didn't know what to choose, and choose marketing content. And then I realized one day that it's not enough. And yes, I help companies to grow, but how can I help people to become better, or how can we help this world to be better? And I realized one day that everyone can do something that they can do for these things. And for example, big companies, they can be part of the ecosystem where we can help small companies or teenagers from border schools, or some women which are suffer, and we can help them like economically to be economically independent. And that's why in my agency many years ago we realized that we want to do kind things, and only after that I realized that there is a term for that: CSR, corporate social responsibility. So we started with the idea, and then we found the term. And we were glad to be like the first agency in Ukraine focused on good things and corporate social responsibility. And I believe that at this moment, CSR is not about charity, it's not about just PR. It's about how your company acts, thinks, chooses in business with people and in the world in the end.
Okay.
And customers, employers, and partners, they expect responsibility. And now we can see that, especially younger generation, we can see the researchers that shows that companies which invest into corporate social responsibility, they achieve better revenue, they achieve better employers, and a new generation, they choose brands because they are responsible, not just because they invest in advertisement.
Okay. Because I was going to ask, what is in fact the main drive behind the company adopting or not social responsibilities practices? It goes back to their branding somehow, the fact that they invest, they help, and that is visible.
In marketing, we work a lot with meanings, with values. We start usually with value proposition. And this is how we start to think about good things, because some companies came to us and say like, hey, help us to grow. This is what we do. This is our product. And we realized that there are many similar products. They pay the same amount of money to the market to be known, but each of them has some value, has to have. And some brands didn't have these special values in DNA of the brand. So we help to create, or better say, to find this value, because these values are always grow from the owner, especially as we speak about small business.
Right.
And in depth interview with me, with the owner, we always found something that drive this person to create this business, not just because of money, but also because of changing the world, something that matters for these people. Okay. And yes, corporate social responsibility starts with value, starts with meaning, starts with common values for the team.
I'm putting myself on the other side and trying to understand exactly where's the source of this responsibility, because responsibility, it sounds like you are doing great things, but you're also responsible for something, right, that you need to attend. So is corporate social responsibility something that is pushed by some kind of legislation, European, worldwide, local, or is an attitude that companies decide whether or not they want to participate?
I don't know about some legislation. Yes, there are some rules that helps. There are some rules, obligated rules.
For example,
let's say about ecological, like pollution, some laws. Yeah. But when I speak about corporate social responsibility, I mean the decision the company makes beside of the laws, beside of the rules.
Besides the mandatory things they need to.
Yes, exactly. It's the way they want to serve the world. They want to give back to people. They choose them. Like
give back. It's a good term.
Yeah. Give back. So do something extra, not just written in the law.
Because I'm thinking in a very raw way, which is imagine. So I'm not an expert on this topic. So I'm just thinking like a person that is listening this for the first time. There's McDonald's, right? They have huge profits in selling food that is not great for your health, in theory, right? Then in terms of social responsibility, the first thing they need to do is to have projects that will compensate that. Then like health programs or whatever. Or, for example, if companies that destroy lots of forests to produce, like IKEA, to produce furniture or paper, etc., their social responsible projects would be planting trees immediately, because that complements the destruction they are doing. Is it just that, or these companies need to take a step further in order to be able to say with confidence we have corporate social responsibility?
For me, these things are different, but yes, they can be called corporate social responsibility, and usually this is what the company do. But for me, this is not like greenwashing.
Greenwashing. What is greenwashing for someone that is?
It means that if you do something bad, you have to do something good just to
washing with green, the damage you do. Okay.
Yeah.
So I described greenwashing. That's what I described.
Yes, this is what this term means. And but for me, for example, I love this example. This is Ukrainian company. They are marketplace for different things, and they don't have any pollution problems or something like that. But we had the situation in Ukraine where very famous and very ancient castle was burned. And this company invested a lot of money to renovate the castle. So it doesn't matter that they didn't do anything bad before, but they help to do something good. So I prefer, when we speak about corporate social responsibility, this thing. In my opinion, when we speak about good things, these good things based on the choice of the company to do something extra, not because they do something bad before. So this is what I prefer.
If someone is listening that is making their own judgment of their practices of their company or the company that they either own or work, how can they integrate corporate social responsibility into the brand's core mission or values?
It always should be connected with the values of the company. And as I said before, especially in small businesses, it's connected with values of the core team. And I will share one more example. It's my personal example of my business. We created a brainstorm with the core team in our agency. And we just were talking about some good things. What people who work with us think about good things in their daily life. And I was surprised that everyone in my team was doing something good. And I didn't know about some of these people, some actions of these people. One girl was helping old people and cooked for them. Another girl helped the application for people, for blind people to see. Let's say there is an application where people who cannot see, they can connect and people and turn on the camera, and people who can see can guide them, like put your leg to the left position and something like that. So there are some applications, and one of my colleague used to volunteer for this project. Mm-hmm. Another colleague was a donor for children. She donated blood and etc. So I was surprised that we call it corporate social responsibility, but it's just humankind things we love to do. We cannot stop to doing. Then I realized that we can create a direction which will be common for all the team. And we created several ideas, like to whom we want to help. Let's speak about that. We realized that we want to help entrepreneurs, women, and teenagers. We realized that we are not close in our business to children problems, because marketing is far from this topic. Yes, we cannot help starving people, because we are not a big company which can donate money for the food. But we can help, for example, women to be economically independent, because our team was mostly female, and we used to work, we used to create money and value for the market. So we wanted to share this possibility to other women. And also, we realized that digital marketing it could be something interesting for teenager, for border schools, because these teenagers, they don't have people around to tell about the opportunities they have. They have an example only the teachers, the cooks, and cleaning, and that's it. Yeah. And during the lockdown, we started the project for teenagers from border schools. We taught these children to about marketing, digital marketing professions remotely. We told them that they can work remotely, they can be bloggers, and we told them very fun stories about food bloggers, because food is very emotional topic for teenagers from border schools. And when lockdown finished, we organized the event with with testing of strange and interesting food, with food blogger, with presents from our sponsors, such as Lenovo. Lenovo gave the laptops for these teenagers so they could organize their work. And some of these teenagers become marketing students in the end. And it was our great result. And before war in Ukraine, we had a big project connected with big companies and with association of teenagers from border schools. We wanted to help these children to know more about different professions, not only these three they have in their border schools. So was our way to find the kind thing. And it's not because we done something bad before and wanted to cover it, like you mentioned in previous question. No, it's just was something from our heart we wanted to give because we have.
So from your heart, it means also like you did a self-assessment with the team and understood if there existed already some kind of practices that could be considered social responsibility. And then within the team, you took that extra step to then leverage on that expertise to do something more. Okay.
Exactly.
If I understood correctly, this example is within your own team, within your own company. But if you get a phone call from Lenovo's competitor and they say, hey, Ievgeniia, we need to do something more when it comes to social responsibility and we need to discuss some ideas. So how do you prepare something for a client which you've never met, you don't know exactly what's happening inside? Is there like a process, an assessment?
Yes, of course. It's the process. We start, it's very connected with the process of creating the value proposition.
What kind of value proposition?
Value proposition, this is what we start marketing campaign with. Okay. And I see it like a triangle, where the first point is the owner of the business or the business itself, like the values of this business, the values they create with their products or services. Second point is the target audience. We have to understand what these people need, what they really need, not just in our mind, but in reality. Mm-hmm. And third point is the market and competitors. We just have to check, are we really do something new, something value, or someone already does it very good and we just will not compete with these companies.
Just to confirm, the lens that you're using for that triangle, specifically when you say, what do people need? Is it the added value through the company's product or the added value for social responsibility specifically?
It's always connected. It should be connected.
Both?
Yeah, it should be connected. Otherwise, it will go like in different directions. So
we sell this, but we are trying to do that, which
exactly.
So it needs to be connected with the product, the business, the service somehow.
And target audience. If our target audience are mothers, it would be strange if we will communicate with the men. Only if it influence on our target audience in the end, right? So we have to think about our target audience, our personal values, and about market needs. If market doesn't have such value, we can create it. And in the end, when what we do in marketing usually, we start with the owner of the business, then we do in-depth interview with target audience. And when we find the needs of target audience, usually we find the possibility to create the corporate social responsibility campaigns in this direction. Because, and it sometimes become an added value proposition. And it's matched with DNA of the brand. So we understand that our client creates, I don't know, they sell mineral water and they want to be water which usually sells for the parties, and they are always in offices on the tables where people communicate. So what should we do? What is our core message for this target audience? We will speak about energy, about lifestyle, about something that match with needs of our target audience. And these are busy people, hedonists. They live their lives in best way. And if we speak about corporate social responsibility, we will speak about something common to these people. And then we will realize that, for example, these people usually help, they clean beaches, for example, sometimes. And if we do, together with this brand, cleaning of the beach and clean it from plastic, that also the part of the activity of this business, because it's mineral. Yes, so it will be very in the ecosystem of the brand. And it will be not because we create plastic, but because we want to do something good for the ocean. Yes, it's connected with our activity, but it's not the way to say sorry. It's the way to say, yes, we are sorry, but we also want to do something good. So
sounded a bit like greenwashing.
Yeah, I see the difference sometimes.
Now that I know the term, how to use them.
You're right. But usually when our client, when we help our client to do this, we start communication about, for example, glass bottles. Like we understand that it's more expensive or reusable plastic. And then we can do something. So we have start with the less pollution and less bad things first, and then to add something good things in the end.
Okay. Who normally chooses the initiatives? Is it the client already has something in mind and just needs you to improve the idea or make it better, or sometimes they are completely open and you are the one that needs to figure it out, the projects and the initiatives?
Sometimes brands have their vision. For example, Lenovo company, they have laptops for children, for students, and education is part of DNA of this company. So when we created some activities, some corporate social responsibility activities in education way, we could be connected with our partner because we knew that yes, it matched for their strategy. But we just in the beginning of this way. I cannot tell you how it works generally in the world, because when we started this initiative, we faced to war in our country, and now I moved to Portugal and I just start this activity here in Portugal, and I hope that I see that Portuguese people are very kind to the nature. They are very focused on their soul issues, and I'd like to be here in this country, and I think that we would be able to create something together. So I cannot, to be honest, I cannot be like an expert in CSR when we have like tons of cases we done before. I tell you about the stories I've done, and I tell you about the stories I wanted to do, but I still in the way, and I am open to find the people who would like to join us and do it together. And we have like everything for that. This is why we created the ecosystem. We have the venue in Cascais, the School of Sciences, right? We can, if the education, for example, is part of the company which want to create something good, we can do it in our venue. Then we have media. We can communicate about these good things with people. And it will be a good promotion in the end and good result, like revenue for our client. And we also have education skills, so we can help company to create good things, to do good things, and then to communicate about this.
Okay.
I know that Seth Godin once said that content marketing is the only marketing which works, something like that. It was one of the phrases of the guru. But now I would change a little bit this phrase and say that kind things is the only marketing we have to do, and to communicate about these good things is the best strategy.
So you are against things like rage bite or influencers that get famous because they say bad things. That's a strategy that doesn't work long term for you.
It's not my way. I know that it works. It helps to grow the community, but let's speak about the quality of this community. What these people expect, how they want to influence to the world. And in my life, in my bubble, I'd like to see people who create good things.
Who normally are your stakeholders in companies? Are we talking about HR teams, marketing teams, social responsibility teams? I know that probably your answer depends on the side of the company, but in general, could you give us a picture of who should be the people responsible for this kind of terms and activities in companies?
Usually it's marketing team, and in small businesses is the owner or core team of the company.
So then you approach or you are contacted by the leader of the company or marketing teams. There is a project that is agreed. I'm assuming that, like any other kind of project that an external vendor is contracted to do, there's also some deliverables that need to be achieved, right? And some way to measure the impact. So how does normally a social responsibility project is measured, or the return of it?
I love numbers. I love digit because I am from marketing. I love to see how we have the results in numbers. But usually when we speak about corporate social responsibility, in the end is about the trust. And sometimes trust is possible to count the trust, but it costs a lot. We have to make a big research to understand the trust rate in the beginning of the campaign and then in the end of the campaign.
In order to complete, right?
Usually it takes so much money that it's better to invest it in another campaign. So we just see that trust grows, and when trust grows, the reputation of the brand grows, and the sales grows, and also the teams become stronger. And this is what I forgot to tell you, because I know that your target audience is in HR also, connected with HR. We had crisis during the history of my agency. And I couldn't pay salary for like 2 months because of lockdown. We lost clients, and our clients lost their clients, and it was a gap in payments. And I talked to the team, and I explained the situation, and I told them that we can say goodbye to everyone if you wish. But many of them stayed, almost all of them stayed, actually. All of them stayed, and all of them told me, we stayed because we do something more important than just money. And I realized that corporate social responsibility, or just good things we do together, is a glue for the team. It can help your company survive in crisis. It's not just part of communication with your customers when we can count it outside of the company, but it's also the glue inside of the team. So you can see how your team is stronger and they work better.
So now I understand, after speaking with you, that ultimately when corporations or companies are investing in these initiatives, they are creating trust in the brand. So you know that brand, it's trustable because they do good things. Still, imagine I'm in the supermarket, Ievgeniia, and I'm going through the drinks alley, and then I have a Coca-Cola in my hand and a Pepsi, and I can only buy one. I'm very poor. I can only buy one. But I want to buy the one that is more socially responsible. Now, from now on, I want to attend that in my consumer decisions. How can I find the answers or see the kind of reputation the brand has when it comes to social responsibility?
I know that the younger generation, they Google, they see the media responses. And that's why I always say that it's not enough just to do kind things. It's important to communicate about them. In our culture, it's not really good when you speak loud about good things, right? But when you do it in business, when you speak loud about good things, you create new good things. It's like a virus. You share this idea that it's good to do good things. And also your customers will see it. They will know it somehow that some of the brand help to renovate the castle, or they help teenagers, or they create some events that make the ocean cleaner or something like that. So they will definitely know about it, and talented people want to work in companies that values. So, they will choose companies by their values and by the good things they do and speak about them.
Is there any kind of index, ranking, or an app that you can just point to the product label and get some information about the corporate social responsibility?
To be honest, I don't know, but I will check and I will let you know.
Or even so some things, there's like the trust brand index or something.
Yeah, there are some global CSR ratings and platforms you can check, like CSR Hub and Sustainalytics.com.
Sustainable.
And corporatenights.com. So there are several platforms. You can check the rate of the company.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the war in Ukraine, for example, I don't know if it is connected with the topic, but I know that many Ukrainians checked the brands if they quit the Russian market. And in one moment, in one day, the corporate social responsibility in Ukraine became war support, like, let's say, peace support. And people and companies choose to help army. People choose brands which quit Russian market, and everything changed in one moment. So if yesterday we created the way to teach teenagers digital marketing or something like that, next day we just thought how to help these teenagers to survive. So
that's a real example of the impact of these initiatives and how they changed to address real problems.
Yeah. And there was, I just remember it because of the platform and app, and it was there was an app where people check the brands, are they still sell in Russia or not.
We are getting close to the end, but still I would like to ask you a final question, focus on the future. So for any kind of company, what should be the corporate social responsibility priorities for, let's say, the next 3 to 5 years? If possible, to advise such a long way?
It should be a core direction in marketing, I think so. And it's not enough just to say that your product is good or your services are wonderful. It's important to do extra value for the society, for the planet, I don't know, for the children, anything connected with your core values and your target audience needs. And do good things, communicate about them, and it doesn't matter if they are about planet or about animals or about people. Just be aware if they connected with the DNA of your brand, with the mission of your and vision of your company, and don't stop in this direction. I think this is most important.
Thank you very much, Evgeniia. So this is an area that I never had the chance or the luck to participate from a professional perspective, but I understand the importance. And so in that sense, thank you for bringing that light to me, to everyone that was listening. And again, if anyone is interested to deep dive with Ievgeniia, the links are in the video description. Reach out, feel free to connect and get Ievgeniia and her team help to manage your process, your projects in CSR. Thank you.
Thank you, João, and thank you everyone who listened to this interview. And I hope it was interesting.
For sure it was. Thank you. Goodbye.